Hey, welcome back. I have another update here on my dividend investing portfolio. So if you're new to the channel, I'm a Canadian investor buying dividend paying stocks and just tracking how I'm going for the last about 7 or 8 months or so. So in that time, I started with $0 and now I've got my account up to a stock value of $15,580. I've got $280 in cash today, which I'm going to spend in this video. And basically we're up $1,813 or almost 13%. And actually I need to update this because I did just get a whole bunch of new dividends roll in this month. So let's actually go and add those in right now to the sheet. So we'll just come down here and scroll to the bottom. And I'm just going to check my broker, which is Wealthsimple Trade, for the dividends that I received, and I just put them in here as I get them. And you'll notice that I put in 2 entries for R.EI.UN. That's because they always send one small payment and then the big one afterwards. So I just have to wait for that one to show up. Usually it's a few days later. So I'll just update that later. And then also it's just really nice to see that overall April 15th was a huge day for me, and especially AP.UN and BCE. Those are the 2 biggest dividends from a single company that I've gotten to date. So that's really awesome. So let's jump back into the summary page and we can see here that now because of this logging what happened on April 15th, and boom, we're up really high. This is the best month yet and we're only halfway through. But overall, the account yield is 3.88%. I'd love to push it up to 4% if I can, but you have to factor in that you also do want some stocks with good growth potential as well and not just always chase the high yield. But basically, right now, I'm sitting at an annual dividend income of $605. And at the end of this video, after I purchase stocks today, we're going to come back and compare that and see how much it has grown. But basically, that's worth about $50 per year. And this is based on the forward annual dividend, so I'm always kind of chasing after that, trying to catch up to it. But let's take a little zoom in here on the sector chart, I guess, while we're here. We can just get an idea here that, the utilities are definitely my biggest sector, and today I won't be buying any. I'm going to be putting most of my money into real estate today, and also a little bit of consumer products and a telecommunication stock. And then here, when we look at the price chart breakdown for the holdings, you can just get a pretty good idea of, I'm trying to keep it as even as possible, but there is definitely some discrepancy. For example, AP.UN here makes up 8.6 of my portfolio, whereas I think the smallest one in here, or one of the smaller ones, is quite small. So let's take a look in the portfolio tab then. You can see my whole portfolio here. Basically everything is in the green, which is really nice to see. Quite lucky that that's happening for me. The only one that's in the red today is PZA.TO, and I will be buying just a little bit more of them. I'm kind of waiting for them to drop further than this to buy in more, but it's in the red, so I'll just sneak in a few stocks while I can. But another one that has caught my eye for today is TELUS. TELUS is just up 2.51% based on my average buy price, and so I'm looking, that's a pretty good opportunity for me to buy some more. And then also when I look here at the REITs, basically from here to here, REITs have still a lot of recovery. I personally think that I'm willing to put more money into. Of course, I could be completely wrong with that because I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever. But I think that's where the recovery is for me personally, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's take a look here in the Sparkline tab, just quickly at some of these profiles. Let's just switch to PZA.TO, which is the one I was looking at first. So in the last 5 years, we've had a huge decline. And it's starting a slow little increase up, and if we actually set it to the max, let's see if we can get this information. There we go. So we're actually at like seriously low prices historically. I'm not going to get into all of the financials of this company, but basically I'm comfortable with being down here at an extremely low price, and I'm just going to be adding in a little bit more. And I think I kind of bought right in here, and so it's just gone down a little bit, and I'm hoping that it's going to keep climbing up. When we take a look at TELUS, let's maybe zoom in here and take a look at the ticker. So in the last year, we've had good recovery. Let's take a look at the 5-year chart, and you can see this nice upward trend. And just in the last few months here, we've been dropping a little bit. This is still above my average price. So my average, I would have bought mostly around here somewhere. But I want to take advantage of this just because TELUS has it's a great company. It's always growing. They're always growing the dividend and the stock price. And I'm going to jump on that while it's down and a little bit lower than usual. When we take a look at some of the REITs here, so first of all, we have REI.UN. REI.UN is trading pretty flat here, slammed by the pandemic, and is starting to climb back up again. So I'm jumping in on that today as well. And also, if we look at AP.UN, this is another REIT. They didn't have that same flat profile. They had pretty good growth up until last year, got slammed pretty hard, and they're not recovering as well. But I'm just going to put in more money here and hoping that we're eventually going to get back on this upward trend. Same with HR.UN. This is another real estate company. They were trading pretty flat, got slammed, and they're climbing back up. So I'm hoping we can get back up to that flat level and then just just enjoy it and just take those dividends or distributions, I guess, as we go. And then I was also looking here at Smartcentres, SRU.UN. These guys were also trading pretty flat, got slammed. They've actually recovered the best, and we're almost back to normal values. So really, if you look at some of this, and so I'm going to put in probably just one of these guys today, and then we'll just see how that goes. So let's actually jump into Wealthsimple Trade, which is the broker that I use. If you're in Canada, it's honestly a great option if you want to be buying especially Canadian stocks, because there's no trading fees. So there's a link in the description below if you'd like to try it. Really nice user face to use, and I'm just generally enjoying using it myself. But yeah, let's get started in here, and I guess we'll start off with Pizza stock. So this one is PZA, and these guys, they're quite cheap, and I just want to take 4 of them for now. And so I'm just going to go with this 4 at a market buy, and we'll just let that go. Okay, so the next one that I want to pick up is TELUS. This is just T. I think we might have to type in the full name because one character isn't enough for it to realize. But with TELUS, I want to take 3 shares. So I'm just going to take this on a market buy for about $77. And we're going to place that order, and that will be good. Okay, so the next one as well is one of the REITs, REI.UN. And with these guys, I've got about $160 left, and I wanted to buy like about, split it up evenly between the 4 REITs that I just mentioned. So these guys are about $20, so I'll put in for 2 at a market buy. Okay, and then the next one was Allied Properties, AP.UN. And these guys are about $40 just by themselves, so I'll just take 1. And then for the next one was HR.UN. And these guys are a bit cheaper, around $15. So for these guys, we'll take 3 at a market buy. Okay, cool. And then the last one here is just SRU.UN. Hopefully we have enough left in the account to buy it. Yeah, $28, and we've got 33. And yeah, man, look at that. It's right. It's almost back to normal. So I'm just going to take 1 of this, place the order, and hit done. So there we go. That's all the trades for now. Just got a few dollars left in the account. So let's jump back into the Google Sheet and go and log these transactions or these buys that I just did. And I'm basically just going to type in what I see in Wealthsimple Trade from the notifications that I get, confirming the actual price that I paid, because it differs a little bit based on what you see when you're using a market buy like this. But once all of those are in, then I'll just jump back to the summary page and take a look at basically how the annual dividend income has increased. So again, this is based on the forward annual dividend. And before we were sitting at about $605, and now we're looking at almost $619. So based on the purchases that I just made right now in this video, my income has gone up. My annual income from dividends has gone up by like $14 almost per year. And that's great. This is tax-free passive income that I'm just going to use to continuously invest back into the account to use to buy more stocks. And like you've seen today, as these dividends roll in, I deposit my own money, and then I also use the money from the dividends and just keep buying more and really getting that compounding effect. So guys, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to use this spreadsheet or give it a try, there's a link in the description below as well. And otherwise, I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.